Okay, so recording has been started. So first of all, to start with the project, what we do is we will create, a folder in our in our any of the location, D drive, C drive, wherever you wanted. So very first thing is to create a folder, WBN, correct? Go to the folder, then open it in the command prompt. The shortcut is, if you go to the root directory, and then from there itself you can say CMD, enter. So it will open the command prompt, correct? Right? It has opened the command prompt. One more way, which I have not told you as of now, I mean, till now. Okay, let me tell you that as well. So you can also, open command prompt in your Visual Studio Code also. You can open the terminal in your Visual Studio Code also. So I'll show you. So first of all, let's create a project, right? So what is the command to create a new project? What is the command to create a new project? Guys, remember how to create a new Angular project? Come on, come on, come on. Ng new app name. Uh, so Mehboob, npm install -g @angular CLI is going to install the Angular framework. Okay, is going to install an Angular CLI. I mean, Angular framework globally. Yes, now you're right. The new, to create a new project, the command is very simple, right? Say ng new, and I say WBN web. Okay, ng new WBN web, because we need to have a mobile application also. So for mobile application, we use the name called WBN hyphen app. So it is web portal. So we say web. Enter. Obviously, what is going to happen? Angular CLI basically is going to create, Angular framework is going to create a new project. Correct? They're saying, do you like to add a routing in it? As of now, I say no, because I will be telling you how to add a routing. Then only we go ahead with that. Correct? Probably this routing is the next thing, next immediate thing that I will tell you in the next session, because it is very, very important. This time I'm not going to take CSS because it is very simple. I want to have any preprocessor. Preprocessors are stronger than CSS. You can do, so many things in preprocessors, like calculations, inheritance also you can do in preprocessors. Preprocessor means one, just like for movies. Have you seen prequels? Have you heard about prequels, right? You might have heard about sequel, like Iron Man 1, 2, 3, 4, right? But prequel means what? One step before. So these preprocessors are basically prequels. So before CSS we worked in it, and then they will compile it into a CSS. Correct? Well, I'll show you. Don't worry. I will show you how to work in it. So I'm taking SCSS. There's SAS preprocessor also, less preprocessor also, stylus also. But I mean, the what do you call it? Industry best standard is SCSS. What I've seen. Okay. So instead of CSS, we took SCSS, and I'll show you the benefit of it also. The I mean, as we code, as we grow old in this project, you will be working on these things like preprocessors, class properties, correct, component making, routing, service making. These would be a day-to-day bread and butter. Okay, directives, correct. So many things. So it has created a project structure, as you can see, and it is installing the package. So what we do is, on this note, let's do one thing. Let's open Visual Studio Code, right? Let's open Visual Studio Code. Let it open. And what we do is we'll open our project, file, open folder. So what is the location of our project? Our project is in project folder. No, practice project folder. Inside that we have WBN mean, and inside WBN mean we have a web project. So click and just run. Any question, any doubt so far? All good, right? So you can see it's still installing the package. We need to wait for it to finish this process. So meanwhile, what we can do is we can think of how basically we are going to how basically we're going to have our components placed, how we're going to have our home page structure, correct, and how basically we will include bootstrapping in our application. Let's discuss these things meanwhile this installing package is happening, correct? So where I should start from? Okay, so you can see you have a by default project, as you all know, Sierra project. You have app folder inside that, and you have app component, app CSS, SCSS, app TS, model file. All these things are here. Okay, so how we are going to design it? Okay, so if I pick, if as of now I pick, because we are not, I mean, it will take time to decide the layout. So why don't we do one thing? Why don't we do one thing? Okay, this is Mohit's. Okay, no issues. I'll study this one, Rohit. No problem. I'll study it, and then I'll tell you what and all we can pick from here. Okay. I go to layout. Sorry, home page. I'm going little slow. Okay, because this is the initial phase. I don't want any kind of confusion or delay, right, in understanding. So everyone must be on the same page and understand. So to design the structure, let's say we decided this one, right? What I propose. Let's say we decide this one. Then you guys tell me how many individual functionality that you see on this page, which I can convert into component. Obviously, you will say this whole home page is one component. Okay, but you guys are right. This whole home page can be one component. Okay, but don't you think we should divide this one also into smaller components? Because there might be few components which we can use it at other places also. Okay, which we can use it at other places also. At least do you think that I should have three different component, where one should be header, one should be layout, let's say, and one should be the footer? What do you say, guys? Because the center part, the layout, that will have different other pages. For example, if you click on food, so in the center part, food page will load. If you click on health, in the layout, health will load. But your top menu or top bar or menu bar, whatever you call it, right, top section, and your footer section is going to be same for every page. Yes or no? Yes or no? Team, what do you say? Is it correct or not? Did you understand my part? Team, is my voice audible? Is my voice audible, guys? Hello.
Yes, sir, you are completely audible.
But why I'm not getting any response in chat? Team, next time onwards, because we're making live project, right? So leave chat. I mean, you unmute and you speak. Okay, you guys unmute and then you guys speak, please. It's an equal participation. If I will make it, it's my practice. It's not your practice then. Correct?
Yes, sir, it is audible.
Okay. So I repeat the same question again. Do you think that this whole layout should be divided into three parts at least, three components at least? One will be your header, one will be your footer, and the center part should be the layout. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's see, is it completed? Yes, it is completed. So let me go into the application. I say CD and then WBN web. Now I am inside the project, right? And now let me add, let's see the project again. We have app folder. So what we should do is we should create at least three different component as of now, three different component. One should be, as I said, top, then should be layout, and then should be footer. Correct? So let's think in that direction. It looks solid. Okay. Later, if anything required, we'll change it. So I'm adding, three components, say ng, g, ng, g, c for component, and then I add, let's say, navbar. Or what should I name it? Top bar. Top bar should be fine. Top bar. NGGC top bar. So what is going to happen? One component will get added. Okay. Now one more component, NGGC. I say layout. NGGC layout. Let it load. Yeah, done. And then next I can say footer. Right? Let this also load. One second, guys. One second. Okay. Now let's come back to our project. And here you can see under app folder, you will see footer, layout, and top bar. Correct? If you see app component.html, you will see lot of things because it's a by default stuff. So Control A, delete it. We don't need anything, any basic stuff, right? And now, since you know multi-component programming, so now it should not be difficult for you to understand. Okay. So what I'll do is, just to check, is all working fine or not? I'm just saying welcome to We Build Nation, right? Simply save it. And what I will do is I will add layout, footer, and top bar both on this app.component.html page, so that we can see footer, layout, and top bar right on the page, on the home page. So if I want to start with the top bar, so top bar has a selector called app top bar, right? Go to app component. First thing should be your top bar, right? After that, what is going to load? Team. After this, what is going to load after top bar?
Layout.
Some problem
Layout.
is there when you when I'm clicking on chat, I'm not able to see what you are writing. So better you just unmute and speak.
Layout.
Next will be
Layout.
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 For layout.
Correct, 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 correct.
Selector of layout.
Yeah. Layout. And then finally we have a footer. Footer would also be like something like this, only app and then footer. Right? Let's double check. And what else? Yeah, app footer. Okay, so all three different layout is here. Correct? We save it. We save it. And let's run the project and see what it says. So ng serve or npm start, both you can basically try. It's loading. Let it load.
हाय टीम, मैं जल्दी से एक छोटा सा धमाका करता हूँ.
Mm-hmm.
आज महबूब का बर्थडे है. Let's all wish him many happy returns of the day.
Many happy returns of the day, Mehboob. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Thank
महबूब.
you.
So
Happy
on
birthday.
on Mehboob's birthday we have started our project. Great.
Today is birthday. I think that's why he put lot of potential in his layout.
Maybe.
बिल्कुल,
Maybe.
बिल्कुल. Great,
Should be
great
serious.
महबूब. अब पार्टी जिस दिन लॉकडाउन खुलेगा और तुम यहाँ साक्षात प्रकट होगे उस दिन दोगे.
बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल.
Sure, sure. Thank you. God bless you. Okay, guys, I'm taking leave.
%50 compilation done, you can see, right? 93% and done. So now I will throw, I will inject few information, small information along with whatever you have, studied so far or whatever I have taught you so far. थोड़ा थोड़ा और information देना शुरू करता हूँ. So whenever you do ng serve or ng build, you will see these kind of things, right? Correct? And what exactly is this? This is nothing but the bundle part what your Angular has done for you. It's called bundling, compilation, bundling. So what happen is, if I show you something in index.html page, if I show you this page, then you can see here there is no script, no style attached. I guess in your basics what you have studied so far is, in your HTML page you have your styles, you have your script files. Yes or no? You used to have your style files, you used to have your script files. Agree, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct? But if you see this HTML page, nothing is there. So but when you, let's say, open it, if I say localhost 4200, although first of all you see all three components got loaded, right? But if you see, what I'm trying to basically show you is, if you see the HTML part, right? Or okay, that I can show you without this also. Say paste source. Why paste source is not coming? Okay, leave it. So you can see in header, you can see a lot of styles got added. See, styles automatically. Styles got added. If you see, if you expand body, so in the body you can see in the code, you can see there is no script inside the body, only app root is there. But in the browser, you can see all these 4 scripts, which is there in the compiler, which has shown in the at the compilation time. These 4, right? It's there: runtime, polyfill, style.js, vendor.js, main.js, right? So what happens is this Angular, when Angular compile the project, it basically compiles everything and make basically bundle of meaningful bundle of files. For example, your main.ts will have all your code, whatever code you have written. Your main.ts will contain the code which is written by developer, which is written by you. That all means whatever components, services, pipes, modules, whatever you've done inside, whatever you have written inside app folder, correct? Whatever you have inside this app folder, because that is what you will create. All will go to main.js. This all will get together and one bundle will get created. So you might be having 500 components. So all 500 components, right, will get compiled as one single file. That is what I'm trying to say, which is main.js. Similarly, vendor.js is nothing but your packages, basically the packages which is required, correct, for your application to run, right? For example, you added Bootstrap, you added jQuery. So packages like these, what you require to run your code, right? Those packages will be part of vendor.js, because these are third-party packages. Vendor, it's a vendor's packages, third-party packages, correct? Styles.js will have all the style links. Polyfill.js will have all the information that will make sure that your application will be browser compatible, which means your Angular application will run in the previous or backward browser also, right? Outdated browser also. So polyfill is required for that, or any other browser, right? Let's say Fire, what is the name of that browser? I'm forgetting the name. So Safari, Firefox, right? Opera. So if you want your application to run in those browser also, so your polyfill file is important. Okay, for any browser which is not compatible, for that polyfill file is very, very important. We have a question, I guess. So E5 browser also, yes, of course. When I say backward or older, means whatever older ES version we have, it will support that, right? Understood, guys? So all these bundles, what Angular framework has created, this will go inside. This will get attached to HTML index.html dynamically. Okay, that is why when page will load in the browser, you will see all the script file there, all the style file there. But in the code, if you see your HTML page, it's very neat. I mean, nothing is hooked. Nothing is hooked, right? Clear, guys? Any doubt, any question? Any doubt, any question?
No, sir.
No. Okay, then we proceed. So now we see. Okay, now I think it's the right time to add a Bootstrap. So you all have you all know about Bootstrap. You all have seen Bootstrap. You might have worked also in Bootstrap. Okay, so I will also take the simple Bootstrap. No fancy stuff. We'll try to create as much as we can by our own, but at least the basic layout, right? For at least for basic layout, we required basically Bootstrap. Okay, so that we cannot deny. So I say get Bootstrap, and I will see. Correct. As a quick response, I mean, as a quick win, what I will do is I'll take the CDN link. Okay, but later I will show you how to include Bootstrap or any other third-party packages through npm install. Okay, correct. As of now, for quick win, because today's target is to finish or at least put down the basic layout of home page, right? And do something dynamically also, make sure something dynamic is also there. So for that purpose, I'm taking the Bootstrap, correct? I'm taking the CDN link of Bootstrap. So you know what is that mean? What does that mean? I'm taking a CDN link of Bootstrap. Any idea? What does this mean basically? And I'll put it in the header section. You all know that style should be part of the header. No, this is script, sorry. We need to put a style. So this one is style, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, this is a style. One second. Copy and paste. Okay. Chat. So actually when our site will start, then it will load the Bootstrap to so that its component is compatible with the browser. Kind of, but it's not a correct answer. Mohit is saying it's for using JS script and CSS. Only CSS as of now I pulled, not JS file. So Mahbub is saying online running only. Great. That looks near to the answer. So what is going to happen is,
Sir, when
what
we are
is going to
using,
happen is, one
excuse me,
second.
sir. So
Again,
when
we have some question.
uh,
It is content delivery network. Yes, it's a content delivery network, but what does that mean? I'm saying. So what is going to happen is, if you see, okay, Pranshu from TCS is correct. It's a content delivery network. What does that mean is, you have your resources, saved, or you have your resources saved or there at some server, at some common server, correct? So from there only you are pulling all your content directly. So for example, your file, your video, your images, correct, are there on some server, and from there you are pulling it. So if you can see this link, you can easily understand that on some stackpath.bootstrapcdn.com, this is a server name, domain server. So at this server, correct, there is one folder called Bootstrap. Inside they have there is one more folder called 4.5.0. Again, there is one more folder called CSS. Inside CSS folder, they have kept a file called bootstrap.min.css. Getting my point? Guys, you're getting my point? So at this location, they have a file, they kept a file called bootstrap.min.css. We can directly download from there. I mean, we can directly hit the link. We can give the link so that when my index page will load, it will call this style sheet and download or pull it in the browser. Is that part clear to all of you? Yes or no? Did you understand this part? Yes or no? All of you. You can put it in the chat.
Yes, sir.
And yes, it will be much faster, but instead of much faster, it is very safe, correct? It's a safer way of doing it. Great. So now we have include the Bootstrap. So there are too many ways to include that. I showed you first today, like directly put in the link of CDN server path from where we can do it. Second way can be, you download this file and put it in some folder, existing folder in our project. In our project, you create one folder, right? CSS folder. Inside CSS folder, you download the bootstrap.min and save it. That is second way. Third way is, you can do npm install. So you can simply say npm install bootstrap. So it will automatically download the latest bootstrap in your node module folder. So there are three ways of doing the same thing. Okay. So I'll show you, I have showed you first one, and I will show you directly the third one. We can even see the second step also, no worries, but let's proceed with the project. Okay. Now, important thing, let's save and see. Let's save and see what has happened. Okay. I can see some changes has happened. I can mouse over, right? I can mouse over on this H1 and I can see, I just wanted to make sure Bootstrap is happening or not. I mean, Bootstrap file has been downloaded in the browser or not. Okay, just checking it. So I don't think so, because if Bootstrap has applied, then some basic styling should also get applied. Okay, to check that, let me do some Bootstrap. Let me add some Bootstrap classes. Okay, let's see, is it I mean, have we included it correctly or not? Is it going to work in our project or not? Let's check that. Okay, so I'm going to my app component, my layout page, my main page basically, and there what I will do is I'll start with div. Correct. In the div I say class container. It is a Bootstrap class. I would say container fluid. Or let's put container first and put all these things inside the container. So container is a Bootstrap class. Let's see, will is Bootstrap loading or not in my project? Let's check. No. My if my browser is not refreshing, which means there's an issue. So what you can do is you can kill the server and start it again. ngserve. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, it's working. You know why? I show you. Wait a minute. So if you see, if you expand this app root, you see div. Inside div we have container, and you can see for container class, see, when I click on this, guys, this is very important. You know, please focus on that, because this is going to be your bread and butter. Why? Because you will be checking all your styles, all your contents, right? Things are working, not working, loaded in the DOM, not loaded in the DOM. All these, for all those things, you have this, inspect element, your developer tool. Correct. So here you can do lot of things. Correct. So take this one as a part of your development only. So when I click on this div, you can see container, right? You can see container. So container, and you can see the respective class also loaded at the downside. So yes, this grid.css, grid.css is a part of your Bootstrap. You can see Bootstrap has applied, and you can see also like they have applied the max width. Max width means maximum how much width can be there. So if I hover on this, now you will be able to see it better. So if I hover on this, you can see this is an example of box diagram. Again, one new terminology in front of you, box diagram. So what box diagram says is, first of all, your margins, then your paddings, and then your content. So your div has margin, padding, and inner space to write a content. So you can see this orange is margin. So these left and right are margins basically. The orange color is margin. Inside margin, I mean, after margin, you will see green color strips. These are padding. So this much padding is given. And then inside padding, your content is going to start. Right? Got my point? Clear, guys? correct? So margin, yeah, Pranshu, correct, you're right. So margin, border, margin, border, padding. Now there's no border. So I'll explain when I will add. I will tell you what is border. So margin, border, padding. You can see over here also. This is box diagram. See margin, but there is no border. Correct? No border. Then padding. I mouse over on padding, and then your content. Correct? This is your box diagram. You should be very clear about it. Margin, border, padding, content. Right? So now let's proceed from here. Okay. Now what we'll do is very simple. Now container you consider like a table. Consider container like your table. Inside container, what you have is, or what you should do is, you should have rows basically. You should have rows. So if I need to make rows, so I have a bootstrap class called row. So row will only work inside container or container fluid. Means container. Inside container only row will work. Because container will be like your table. So inside container you will be having your row. Correct? So why I'm doing all these circuses? Because if you see our diagram, where is that? Because you see our diagram, so we need row 1, row 2 for layout, and row 3 for footer. So that is exactly what I'm trying to do here. So one row, I'm going to put header, top bar in this, top bar. Then second row, so first row, there will be top bar. Then second row, there will be layout. Layout. And then third row, last one, has your footer, right? Okay. So inside row, tell me what is the next thing you have in inside row in table structure. When you have a table, tabular structure, so we have a table. Inside table, we have rows. Inside rows, what do you have in the table? In generic, you tell me what we have inside row in table concept, tabular concept. So column, cell, TD. Yes, you all are right. You all are correct. So here, instead of so here instead of calling it cell, we call it call. So what we do is, we again have one class name call, right? But how many column you want? If you see the structure, guys, think and answer. Okay, think and answer. In one single row, in this first row, how many column do you see we should have as of now? As of now, so Pinky saying 7, Nitin is saying 3, Pranshu from GVK is saying 3, Mehboob is saying 2, Deepam is saying 9. So you're counting like this: logo 1, then food 2, health 3, edu 4, 5, 6, 7, like this you're saying, right? Okay. So I like the idea of sub columns also. So make it 3. So one column will have this logo and the site name. Center column, second column will have these links, and third column will have login and sign up. Yes, we can go ahead with these 3 column approach. But as of now, I don't have, I'm not going to put, something like this. I want the entire column. So how they basically, okay, here again, one more new information, right? One more new information, grid system. So what we are basically learning now is grid system. We are making grid. So we made a container, the main container. Then we made the rows, correct? Now we are making the columns. So in one row, the total number of column we have in Bootstrap is 12. Okay, in one row, maximum number of columns can be 12. So call 1 means 1 column width. Call 2 means not 2 columns, 2 column width. Call 4 means not 4 columns, 4 column equal width, correct? So here as of now, I need entire row, I mean all 12 columns. So I put call 12, which means I will get one column which stretch till 12. Guys, you got my point or not? Did you understand this or not?
Yes, sir.
All of you? Good.
Yes, sir.
Good. So here, like this, I need a structure. So I'm just copy pasting this also. Right. And here, now I'll move my top bar to top, layout to center, right? What I done? I done ulta. Footer and this. Okay, saved. So now my tabular structure is actually on place. Let's see. So on paper you will see, I mean on screen you will see nothing has happened, correct? But if you, first of all, I need to check, is it refreshing? Yeah, it is refreshing automatically. Yeah. So on view you will not see any difference, but if you see in background, right, or HTML wise or coding wise or project wise, we have structured it well. Okay, now we know we have a container. Inside container we have rows. Every row has a component. Okay, now we can divide every row into as many column as we want, right? For example, let's say top bar, right? Let's continue and see top bar. So now let's go to top bar component, because top bar is a component. So whatever we want to do, we'll be doing it top bar component. So let's go to top bar component. In its HTML, correct? In top bar component HTML, what we do is we do the design like we open a row, right? We open a row, correct? Because again, I want to make subsection, right? I wanted to make sub table, sub row, sub columns. So I'm going in this design. So I am going to create basically one row, right, with 3 columns. One is logo, second is this section, and third is the last section, right? Let's do it quickly. So now I can say class call, no, not 12. Okay, here also I'm stuck. I do need basically 3 columns, but I'm stuck. I'm thinking if we have total 12 columns, right, and we need to divide those 12 columns into 3 parts. So what should be the column width of each and every part? For example, this logo should be what? Column 2, column 3, column 4, or what? Then this middle section should be what? How much? It should be column 6 equivalent width, 8 equivalent width, 10 equivalent width. Did you guys get my point and question? Guys, did you? No, I wanted to know answer from every one of you.
Yes, sir.
So Pinky, where are you? Pinky, Sony?
Yes, sir.
No,
So
no, no.
4 columns.
Not yes, sir. 3 columns, but what should be the proportion? Total are 12 columns.
4.
The top bar should be divided into how many columns? Guys, now onwards you stop, putting in the chat, please.
Sir.
That
the
way,
top bar-
I
the
have
top
done
bar should
it
be
so many time in my life. So I am feeling bored. Okay.
So it could be 264.
So 4
264.
columns.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
top bar
264.
264 or
two parts.
So 2
273 or 264.
or if you see this logo plus some text would be there. I mean, company name or site name, We Build Nation. So maybe 3, 6, 3, 7, and 2. What I'm saying is this section should be 3. Sorry. Or let's do one thing.
So we can have
282,
four parts.
282, because the center section has to be big. There are more nav bars are going to come. Correct? If you see 2, 8, and 2, how about that combination?
So if last part is 2, then it may be smaller.
If last part is,
3 is fine, sir.
so I
Sir,
say
Sir, we
log,
can have 1, 7, and 2. 1 for logo, 7 for middle,
but
and 2
there
for the rest.
with logo, we under logo will be having a tagline also, no? Let's see.
7 will be
That
fine.
will be submerged.
No issues. Let's see, no problem. It's just a initial, segregation. We can change it also. Now onwards, no chat, please. If you will not speak, your brain will not work. Very simple. So Deepam is saying it's okay for 282. Yes. Guys, there's no harm in speaking. Okay. So next time onwards, speak. Let your brain do all the work. Okay. Not your fingers. So, okay. So here we should have basically the list of columns. Sorry, the list of navigation bar, nav bars basically. Okay. So for nav bars, and here I should have login and registration button. So now I guess it's the best time to take the help of Bootstrap. So how in the Bootstrap this has been done? Okay, let us check. So go to Bootstrap side, go to examples, no, not examples, documentations, right? In the documentation left hand side, you'll find components. Okay, in the components you go down and they have nevs. See, nevs. So nav section, you will see the links, correct? How the link should come. So this is how you should put a link. So links will come like this: home, about us, contact us, right? Food, this, that, everything. Do we have little fancy, nav bars? Let's check. No, these are verticals for vertical menus. We don't need this one. We need horizontal basically. This will look like tab, so no. Can be. What do you say? This one? Okay. So let's put up the basic structure first, which is this. Which is this. Okay. Let's put up this basic structure. It's CSS. We are not going to take any JavaScript from here. Only the styles. Only the styles. Okay. Bootstrap styles. So here, whatever is not required, or is not, yeah, if whatever is not required, just let's remove it. So we don't need this tab, index, and all these things. Disable, in fact, we don't need this link also. So here we put, let's say, food, education, food, education. What else? Food, education, health, and one more.
Society.
Absolutely correct. Guys, I'm going very slow, step by step. After 4 or 5 sessions, correct? I will be going at the speed of what do you call, Rajdhani Express, because that time I will be expecting that you will also be in the equal pace. Okay, so please focus, understand, ask questions, very important. We need to make this one live, so we need to finish it properly. First one's light screen. Okay, okay. So this is done, this is done, this is done. Yes. So these are bootstrap classes basically. So if I need to create, if we need to create, we need to add all these styles. We need to create our own styles. But if we have bootstrap, right, the basic CSS framework, we can easily, take the help from or assistance from bootstrap, right? And this is what in company also we do. We always used to have bootstrap first, and then on top of bootstrap, we'll apply our own classes, own styles, right? Which in this project also you will see. And this is an interview question also. How you will make sure that your application is responsive? We will answer is we will have bootstrap. Okay. Next question. Immediate next question is, after bootstrap, can you apply your own styles and override the bootstrap? Yes, we can. Then third follow-up question, how? So we first put the bootstrap, and then second we put our style, so that after bootstrap style, our styles will get loaded and override the bootstrap. You will see in the project live. Okay. Let's save and quickly see, is it working or not? Okay, great. So you can see login. You can see login, and you can see this, food, education, health, society, all these. Correct? Guys, yes, no? Anything?
Yes, sir.
Correct, no? So I go to app component, and for this also, I will do the same thing. Class, let's say, I am not happy where I should put welcome to Webuild Nation. Let's try with this, and if you guys suggest anything better way,
Sir,
so we'll
we
go with
can
that.
put welcome in the cruiser for the first slide whenever the user go through the site.
Which means something like this. See and then tell me. Put your suggestion in the ticket, please. When you strongly feel in this project that it should be done like this, or this is my strong recommendation, then that this should be at this place, please put it in the GitLab. Okay. It's again your project, not mine.
Okay,
Or
sir.
I should say it's our project, not mine alone.
Yes, sir.
I'm saying, how about having a separate row at the top? Okay. And then of course we'll do color combination, we'll do styling, don't worry about it. But as of now, I'm just trying to put the initial framework or initial style or initial wireframe, you can say. Now you can see it is not in the center. It is not in the center. So what we can do is we can come up with our first class, our first style. Okay. So you all know that this making making the text in the center is a common style. Yes or no? Making
Yes,
a text in the center is a common style. So what we can do is, instead of putting that text center style only in top only in this one, in app component.css or in any particular component, better than that, what we can do is we can put in the global style sheet. What is the global style sheet? This styles.css is a global style sheet. See, styles.css. It is a global style sheet. So what I will do is here, I will put a class called text center. Simple class, text center. And here the property or style would be text alignment center. So this is my global style, the global class now. Now it became a global class because it is pushed, or it is there in the global style sheet. Right? I go to app component, and here I want this h1 should be in the center. So in its parent class here, correct? I put the class text center. So now what will happen is this h1 tag, because they were saying everything should be in center under me. They were saying everything should be in center under me. So this h1 will come in the center. Let's see, is it happening or not? Right? It is happening. Correct, team?
So we can use carousel for the welcome.
We can use carousel also. Yes, why not? Let's have that also. Carousel also. Don't worry. We can put, we can put that also. Carousel. Okay. So what you're trying to say is here only. Here.
We can have carousel
But
and
then
have
don't you
also
think?
4 sections too.
No. But don't you think? Carousel is is like moving. So in every carousel we say welcome to WeBuild Nation. Or what?
No, sir. In the first pic.
Here you saying here.
No, sir. Down
Then?
below. So down below, sir. There.
Here.
In the sir, upward. There in the
Before
carousel.
health and education, after carousel.
Sir, my recommendation is on the carousel for the first slide, which will appear as default.
Understood, dear. But
That will be
you think in this way, no? Carousel is like ever changing. After first slide, again, you move to second slide. So welcome is something we should stick and say welcome, right?
Then, sir, it should have a upper hand
We
between
can put it
heading
on the
and
right
carousel.
hand side.
One by one. Yeah. It should have upper hand one.
Upper hand between the heading and the carousel.
Heading and the carousel. Okay, heading and the carousel. One of you have suggested one style like this.
Yes, sir.
How about putting welcome to WeBuild Nation above these menus? What do you say?
Sir, as we are having the learn now site, there's a penguin down below. So we can use that kind of approach, and here
That
we can
is
write
that is if you see this one is a query form. If you have any query, it will come to me with this. This is for chatting basically. This is for query or chatting, right? Different styles are there. See, we have here something like this also. But what I think after so many, after such a long time, now I'm thinking it's a waste of the area. It's a waste of the area. I should be removing this one. Okay. You see how many top bar we have? 1, 2, and then 3 navigation. And then we're starting a, carousel. So I would say only 1 or 2 should be there, not more than that. So this is a design glitch. Don't tell anyone, okay? So as of now, I put over here. But let's say if we get better plan, we'll move it. Okay. Let's move ahead because we need to finish it also. Sorry. Let's move ahead. Okay. So login section, then food, education, health, society, and then in the last, right? In the last, we can have your in the last here we can have the same links. And I'll show you the magic. So instead of this, correct? Instead of nev class, what we'll do is we'll make this one as button. Okay. So I'll show you how we can add a button or button classes. Okay. So why I put ULLI? Because I need multiple items. So ULLI. And why I took this nev and nev item class? Because I wanted it in horizontal. Okay. So already the classes are there. I just make use of it. But I'll show you, after this, how you can make your own horizontal ULLI also. First of all, let's do one thing. No, let me just show you what I'm talking about. Then I will apply. So simple ULLI, you all know about it, right? No fancy stuff. Inside that, I wanted to have a button. So BUTTON button say login, and button says button says sign up. Correct? How it's going to look like? Let's see. Very pathetic. See, right? Login, sign up with dots. So now I will show you first of all how you can beautifully
Sir,
image
why we are having two login? One is on left side and one is on right side.
to login. Oh, sorry. This is not login,
That
my
was
mistake.
logo. Sir, that was
Logo.
logo.
Yes. That was logo. Sorry, my mistake. It was logo. Okay. So login and sign up. Now you can see it looks very ugly, of course. Now I show you how to make best use of your this console tool, right? This browser console tool. So here I can basically immediately apply styles and I can check what style I should basically put in the code. So I mouse over on this one. I go to UL. First of all, you see UL will by default put dots. UL will by default put dots. So first of all, I need to remove these dots. So I will click on this UL and go to the style. Go to the style, right? Style. And there I will write list style type. List style type. So if I change, you can see its style type will change. Correct? First of all, do I need a style? Answer is no. I don't need style type. So I say none. None. So dots remove. Okay. Then what I want is, I want it should come in line, not one after another, in line. So for that, I need to play with its display property. So I said display. Display what? Display block? No. Content? No. Flex? See, flex. But I would suggest go with, one second. Yeah, inline flex. Okay. So these are the two styles that will serve my purpose. With these two styles, yes, I can fix this issue, which I fix. Now I know now I know these two styles will work and it will do like this, which I wanted, of course. So copy those styles, go back to your component here. Because there are so many ULs, give some class to your ULs. So say this is top bar, right? So for this top bar, enclose first of all this whole into a section. Again, there is one more div, sorry, there is again one more HTML5, we call it section. So section is basically HTML5 tag. Section says entire section, entire area, right? One functionality, one section. So section basically segregate the functionality, or you can say the name, as the name itself defines meaning. Section basically segregate each and every section in your DOM. That this section belongs to, let's say, footer, this section belongs to body, this section belongs to navbar, like that. Sorry. So give ID to your section, say top bar, have a neat and clean HTML programming. Don't do any fancy stuff. Don't put any extra stuff. Okay. Otherwise you will be facing the consequences when the errors, when the styles related errors will start coming. Correct? Text is going here and there, let's say color is not applying, border padding, margins not applying, then it will be nightmare for you to fix all these things. Correct? आपके लिए बहुत 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 hard होगा handle करना. So here let me just take the entire code and push it inside the section. Simple. So where were we? We were at this one. So now I will add a class. Say what should be the class name? We need to give some appropriate or meaningful class name. Say login section, maybe. No, not login section. Top bar. What should be the name, guys? Tell me.
Join us.
Okay, join us. Little meaningful. Nitin is saying authentication, upper section. Authentication and joiners looks good. But joiners and authentication both are very much a keyword which we are going to use in their component. Getting a point? Getting a point? So I would say login, sign up, login, sign up. Okay. What do you say? Login, sign up, box maybe. Correct? Login, sign up, box. So go to your CSS. Go to your style file. There, now you see how we write style, correct, in SCSS, complex styles. Okay. So first of all, I say top bar. First of all, whatever I copied, let me just paste it somewhere. Okay. Now check what is the section ID. My section ID is top bar. We call it component styling. Okay. Please pay attention here. This is the very important part I'm telling you. We call it component styling. Okay. Component based styling. So this is my one component, right? One section means one component. This is my component, and ID of my component is top bar. So I am basically putting all the styles for my component. So I have, curly braces open close. So top bar is the ID, so it should start from hash, correct? So I'm putting the styles for my component. This is called component styling. In my component, I'm saying you will find a class called this login sign up box, right? This one class login sign up box. Now the biggest benefit of this one is, now whatever style I put for this class, it will, those styles will keep the styles will be there for this top bar only. This is purely will work inside the top bar section only. Outside of the top bar, outside of the top bar, if someone use this class, the style will not apply, because these styles you have keeping, you are writing for top bar component only, correct? This login sign up box is a part of top bar component only. Did you understand this part or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All of you? Correct? So first class I added, my first class I have added for this component, login sign up box. So now, right now you will see it should work. After refreshing, it should work. Did it refresh? No. No, it has not, it is not refreshed. So what we'll do is we go here, kill the server, right? Okay, by the time this is compiling, we can focus on here. And now you see, even if I apply this, okay, yeah, so styles applied now, right? So you can see login sign up box, you can see its class also, right? You can see the styles also at the bottom. So it is applied. You can see here also it applied. Okay, now immediately, quickly. Now you see what is the drawback you see is there's no gap, right? There's no gap between them. Guys, yes or no? correct? Let's quickly do that. So for that, how we're going to style is, now we're talking about LIs inside this UL. So first of all, I tell you what we're going to do here. So what if I click on this style, I click on this LI, sorry, and there I say margin, correct? Margin. Now margin has 4 property: margin top, right, bottom, left. So I'm saying top, I don't know, I don't want any margin. Right side, I want 5 pixel margin. Bottom, I don't need any margin, so 0. And then left, clockwise, see, top, right, bottom, left. And finally, fourth one, left side, again I need 5 pixel margin, correct? With this, you can see a gap is there. So which means this is my style. And what I will do is, so now you can see in UL I have LIs. Okay, so I go to my style file, and inside it, because this represent my UL. Let me just break it into half and show it to you. So your UL represents, or I should say your class represents your UL only. Am I right, guys? Your class represents your UL only. So now inside your class, because your LIs, now your LIs, see this one, your LIs is a child of UL, which means you can, inside this login sign up box only, you need to open LI and then give style to it. So guys, if you see it carefully, it is completely a parent child concept, parent child class concept. So parent class, top bar, parent class, right? Parent class, first curly braces. Second class we are talking about, the child class we're talking about is this. So second curly braces. I need to style inside UL, which means LIs. So LIs are again child class of UL. So again, one more curly braces inside this. Is it clear to you or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All of you, right? See team, there is no looking back. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you have doubt, ask me. We all jumped in pool now. Okay. The only way to come out of it is to learn swimming, right? So let's swim then. Okay. So is it done? Yes. You can see it's looking good. And you can see the width is also varying, right? It varies basically. So what you can do for that is you can give a fixed width to it. Now you click on LI. Now you see already the class is there. LI class is there. So here at the class level itself, you can put width. You can fix the width and check which one will looks good. So let's say width is 100 pixel. Oh, sorry. Button width you need to put. Okay. So here inside LI you have a button. Inside LI you have a button, correct? But now you see how many level of child, parent, class, child we are putting. Like this would be endless, right? What is the best practice is don't cross more than 3 level of of nesting or parent child concept. So we already reached the third one. So top, then this, and then this is third one. So if I go again inside LI, there is a button that would be 4th level. So okay, at the 4th level also we can buy it, but not after 4th level. It should not be after 4th level. Okay. So here I can say inside LI we have a button, correct? I don't need to give button class. Why? Simple reason, because inside LI we have one button only. Inside LI, correct? We have button for which I need to give the same style. So I say width 100. So I need both the buttons should have 100. That is why I'm just giving the button. If let's say this button needs to be a different, this button should have a different width and this button should have different width, then I would have put a class. Then I would have put a class. For button 1, I would have put, let's say, btn1, and for this button, I would have put btn2. Bottom point. But because both the button both the button require the same, style, so I put style at the button level. See, now they are both of equal width. Correct? That's how we are done with our first row. Then hold on. Okay, let's first of all put up the skeleton, and then we do all the color codes and everything. Okay, then we do all the color codes and everything. As of now, just put up the wireframe, the mock-up. Okay, the design. Now for layout, how we should design layout. So now for layout, I will be doing little quickly. So you need to stop me where you see, correct? Where you see it is not, you are not able to understand. Where is our GitLab? Yeah. So now this should be your, in the layout section, in the whole layout section, this whole layout section, right? So in layout section, how many rows do you see? In layout section, how many row and column do you see? Think and answer. Quickly, guys.
2.
2 what? 2 rows or 2 columns?
So 2 columns.
2 columns, sir.
So
2 columns.
2 columns and 3 rows.
2 columns and 2 columns.
3
3 rows.
and
2 columns for
10
sure.
column.
2 columns for sure. No. As of now, don't think for the inner one. Okay? Don't think for the inner one. If you go in that direction, then you will get confused. Overall layout structure, think. And just be informed. Okay? These can, it's not 100% sure that this will touch end to end. It may happen that only top 4 are there. So this section will go up. Okay? So don't align it like this. So whoever said 2 columns, I guess they analyze that. Okay, let me not waste your time. So one column would be this whole. Okay? And another column would be this whole. Do you guys agree or not? Do you guys agree or not? One column. First of all, one row. And inside that row, 2 columns, first of all. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then this column. Then again, this column. How you will divide this column? How many rows and columns?
2 columns.
No.
1.
I would say in this column we'll be having one row with entire 12 column, and then second row, right, with 2 columns. Third row with again 2 columns. Yes or no?
Yes,
What do you
sir.
say? What do you say? Correct? Agree? Right? So first of all, and this entire is one row. Okay? This entire is one row. So let's start, doing that quickly. Let's see how in one single minute we can pull this. Shall I clear this? Okay, let's clear it. Let's go to layout. Yeah, layout. Here again, first of all, section. Okay, wherever you see you're not understanding, please jump in. I say layout section, or whatever name you wanted to put. Then I would say in this section I would have again a tabular format, right? Table structure. So I say container. I should have done it in the top bar also. First put a container fluid. Container fluid means 100% width. Container fluid means, guys, 100% width or 100% stretch, 100% div. Okay, so inside that I would have one row, as I told you, one single row. Then inside that row we should have two columns, correct? Div. So, and can you guys tell me what should be the proportion of these two columns? This column and this column, what should be the proportion?
8-4.
8-4.
8-4 or 10-2?
8-4. 10-2. 10-2.
10 to
10 and 2. 2, right? In 10 again, what did I tell you? We'll be having 1, 2, 3 rows, right?
Yes, sir.
So in the column, you cannot again start the column. If in the columns again you wanted to divide, a column into again further column, you have to put a row first. Understood? No? So row, and first of all 3 rows, right? As you said. And first row will have carousel. So just put the name carousel. Can you guys tell me the spelling of carousel? CAROUSAL? No. Okay, leave it. Carousel. And then in the second, right, we need to divide it into 2 halves. Health and education. So again, in this, I will be having 2 columns. So columns segregation should be, how should I divide this row into 2 columns? What should be the column proportion?
5, 5.
6.
Right, 6. So health and education, HELTH, health, education. Okay. Food and society. Save it. Let's see how it's going to look like. Okay, this section is for carousel, this for health, this for society. Okay, so again, it is not structured yet. So okay, let's finish this column first, and then we come back to the structure. So I said div, and now what I want over here is this side. Again, I have this single column. So I should be having, first of all, 1 row, correct? 1 row where all the columns should come. Okay. Let me show you what I'm talking about first. Okay. So here, if I wanted to put, let's say, if I wanted to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, best 6 or top 6, correct? So I can do something like this. I say class call 6. Let's say I wanted to put best 5, for example. So you know what is going to happen now? Any idea? What is going to happen now? In one row, I told you, or you also, might be knowing, in one row, we can have max 12 columns, correct? So 6 and 6, 12 columns agree. But then I added one more 6, one more 6, one more 6. So I am trying to accommodate how many? 12 and 6, 12 and 6 what? 18. I am trying to accommodate 18 more columns in a single row, where 12 columns, calculation of 12 columns are done with call 6 and call 6. Guys, you're getting my point or not? Then what do you see is going to happen? I want you guys to speak.
Please repeat the question, sir.
So
it
you didn't
will give a overflow.
Okay,
Overflow of columns.
okay, let me put it one more time. I'm saying I have one row. One row can accommodate 12 columns. Okay. So with first and second only, 12 columns get exhausted over. Yes or no? First of all, tell me this much. One row can contain 12 columns.
Yes.
I
Yes, sir.
took 6, 6, which means 12 over, correct? So 2 columns, which means will come in a row, right? Correct? But I am keep on giving call 6, call 6, call 6, call 6. So I have already exhausted the total strength of column 12 in the first attempt only, correct? मेरे 12 columns खत्म हो चुके हैं, फिर भी मैं 6 column और ऐड कर दिया, फिर 6 column डाल दिया, फिर 6 column डाल दिया. तो तुम्हारे हिसाब से क्या होना चाहिए? What is
It
going to
will
happen?
go for
Overlapping.
overflow,
Sir,
overflow
overlapping.
and auto increment to next
Yes,
row.
yes, yes, yes. So it
Yes,
will
next row
automatically, yeah, absolutely correct. So it will automatically, correct?
Increment to the next rows.
Absolutely right. Right? Correct, like this. See? And then I can have one more row. Then we can have one more row where we can say, where chats part will come. I said 12 and say chat. Okay. Obviously. Correct. Now in next 5 minutes, let's give it a structure. Okay. In next 5 minutes, let's give it a structure and then we close the session. Okay. Quickly. So I'll start from the layout only because that is the main thing. So this is the carousel section, right? First of all, remove this and say div. And the div, I say call class call 12 because this is going to consume entire column. So call 12. Okay. So here I wanted to give carousel. So what I can do over here is there's a term called Jumboton. Heard about it in Bootstrap?
Yes, sir.
Jumboton, right? Where is our Jumbotron? Yeah. So if you don't want to make, let's say, carousel, or at least for now we don't have carousel, so we can put a Jumboton. So it's a ready-made class which says, start with Jumbotron class. You can put your h1 tag which says, let's say, welcome, what you were saying, no, welcome to We Build Nation or something, anything. I mean, whatever you want. So we can make sure we'll pick this class and paste it over here. Correct. And here what you see is anchor tag with class button primary. As of now, let's remove it because for button I didn't tell you anything about the button, or at least button, put button. with no class. Okay. When we come to button, I'll tell you. So this is a paragraph tag where we are writing something, and here now I can say welcome to We Build Nation, and we can remove it from the top. Let's see. Beautiful. What do you say, guys? Right? Looking good, huh? Okay. Now now you see this one, this health, education, society, food. Don't you think this is something like cards? These are something like cards. So in the Bootstrap, we have such thing called cards. Okay. So I wanted to go with the card where we have some image and some description at the bottom. That is what I'm looking for. I guess this should be fine. This should be fine. Simple card. Okay. So class card, image source. I mean, you can put image over here, and then card body, card text, whatever you want to put. Right. Let's pick it. And in the health tab, you remove this health. And you can put it over here. After image, you can put it. On the card body, you can put it. Like first the heading will come, health, and then some text will come, description will come. Okay. Guys, you got my point? Yes or no? And let's remove this width because we don't want to hard code any width. It should be responsive. So no hard code for the width. Height I can still buy, but no hard code for the width. So same thing is going to be happen for education. Cut and paste. And then copy. Okay. So till this, is it clear to all of you or no?
Yes, sir.
What? Yes, sir. See, we got error.
Yes, sir.
Section, it may happen that the tag has already open, close. Okay. In copy paste, we did something.
Some tag problem.
Yes. We need to check which one. Undo. Best thing is undo. Let's see from where it is breaking. I undo last two. And I guess I guess now it should work. Come on. Oops. Yeah, they are right. So what was the mistake? One div was not closed properly. Okay. So now we save and see. Now also still we have an issue. I tell you why. See this column. This is all because of copy paste. So now it's fine. Okay. Both the columns should be separate. Yeah. So now it looks like something. Okay. Let's fix the rest of the thing. So here I need to go in this section. Okay. This is 6. One card. See, double column has been posted. Man, this is purely a mistake from my side, of course, but it's a copy paste issue. You should not do copy paste like this. Okay. From your side, I will do a humble request. I can fix it at this level quickly live. But if you face such issues, you are not right now at that stage where you can fix such issues immediately. Okay. So don't do copy paste. You write it by yourself. Okay. And then I can say, or at least close the tags and then paste, so that you will see where it is opening, where it is closing. Good, save, close it, close the entire stuff, then copy, not entire, only card part, only card, copy and paste it inside that. Now save it. Let's see now. It should be at its place. Yeah. What do you say, guys? It's looking good, right? Team?
Yes, sir.
What do you say? It's looking good, right?
Yes, sir.
Looking into a shape, looking like a site. Correct? Here we can have Jumbotron, or we can have, Carousel. Then we have health, education, society with images. It will look, much better. Correct? This section also we can, come up with some nav bars. We can come up with our nav bar. Then this section can also be a card, kind of card. This section, cards. I guess let's close this one at here. You guys try the same at your end. Correct? You guys try this at your side. Correct? In next session, we'll finish it. Correct? Including the color theming. Including the color theming. Okay? Color theming, images, right? Some dynamic part also. Getting your point? In next session, we're going to complete the home page completely. Right, team? We'll see some responsive classes also. Like the same thing when, let's say, be open in tab. So as of now, it's desktop mode. Let's say if I say iPad Pro. So this is how it is going to look like in iPad Pro. Okay. So in iPad Pro, you may need to give some space to this guy, right hand side guy, RHS, right? Column 2. You may need to give some space, some breathing space to this guy. So we will see how we can add specific classes for iPad or phone. Let's say if I open it in phone, it'll be much worse. See, in phone, totally destroyed. Totally destroyed. Correct? Even simple iPad. See, 100% if I do iPad, see where it is going. Correct, team? So these kind of things we will fix first in next session, and then we go for the colors and all. So right from the beginning, our solution, our page should be dead responsive, absolutely responsive. Okay. So on this, I close the session. I hope you liked today's session. I hope you enjoyed today's session. From next session onwards, I want more interaction from your side, more involvement from your side. Okay. Going forward, you should be running the show, not me. Correct?
Yes.
Right? So I'm stopping the recording.